Welcome, welcome, Amazon business owners and soon to be Amazon business owners. This is Tim. I want to do a quick video to talk about a question that I get all the time, maybe the most common question I ever get from new Amazon sellers, and that's this. What business model should I use to sell on Amazon? What strategy should I use to sell on Amazon? How should I start and scale and grow my business? And a lot of times it's specific to them for their situation in life, their job, their family, their financial situation, what they want to do in their life. Which selling strategy, which business model is best for you to do on Amazon? So I want to take some time and do a video to talk about that. I also want to include some of my experiences over the many years that I've been involved in the e-commerce world and share that with you here today. So first, let me just introduce myself a little bit. So my name's Tim. 2001, my wife and I started our first website. I will give my wife all the credit. So she had a decoration business. She wanted a website to go with that decoration business so she could sell more products online. Her idea. So I was kind of put in charge of the website, and that's our first entry into the e-commerce world, a decoration website way back in 2001. What happened over the years? Long story short, we started dabbling on Amazon, and now I'm exclusive to Amazon, and I love teaching people like you how to get started, how to grow, how to scale, how to achieve your financial goals on Amazon. So let's dive in Amazon. Amazon, when you break it down to basics, it's actually a fairly simple concept. There's only two ways to sell on Amazon if you break it down this far. You can sell your own product. We call that private label, your own brand. You produce a brand, etc. Private label. That's option number one. Option number two is you sell someone else's brand. So your own brand, private label, someone else's brand, we call those popular name brands. There are millions and millions, if not tens of millions of popular name brands that we all have heard of. They're out there. Things like Nike and Keurig, Mattel, millions of popular name brands that we all know. So when you go to sell popular name brands, there are several possible business models that you could do. In this video, I'm going to talk about how to do it wholesale, how to do it with drop shipping, how to do arbitrage, how to do Amazon automation, and I will tell you which one I think is the best. But let's start with doing your own brand. So let's start with private label. So some people call it white label, private label, whichever it is. So private label, I want to start by saying this. If you are brand new to Amazon, doing your own brand right out of the gates as your first product in your Amazon seller account is a risky thing to do. Lots of time, lots of money involved. You could lose all your money. You could sell nothing. But let me give you the basics. So if you want to do your own brand, there's 4 steps. I won't go through them in detail on this video, but if you go to where you can find my collection of videos, you can watch many other videos talking about all the different things I mentioned on this video today. All right, so private label, doing your own brand. So first, you got to get it manufactured. Second, you have to put it on Amazon. We call that a listing. Third, you got to market it and get sales. And then fourth, you got to get good reviews. All 4 of those steps are difficult. All 4 of those steps would cause you to fail if you messed them up. And some of them are more difficult than you think. I mean, talking to a manufacturer about how you want your product made, what type of material, they're going to ask you questions you've never heard of in your life unless you've dealt in the manufacturing world. Marketing takes a lot of money. So when I say you want to launch your own brand, I'm not talking about thousands of dollars or tens of thousands. You're probably going to spend over $100,000 to properly get your product manufactured and marketed so that you can get sales and really launch that brand name out there. Now, what happens if you mess that up? You lose all that money and you're done. So good news, private label, good news, you have control. It's your brand. Bad news, lots of time, lots of money, lots of ways to mess it all up and lose every dime you spend. All right, next one. Let's dive into selling popular name brands now. We're going to cover 4 strategies in this category. So the first one I want to talk about is arbitrage. Now, arbitrage has been around for as long as I've been involved with e-commerce. So 2001, I heard about arbitrage, right? So arbitrage has been around forever, at least some form of arbitrage. It might not have been called that back in 2001. But arbitrage is basically this. You're going to find clearance items that big box stores like Walmart and Target and Best Buy and all those places, or even stores that are going out of business that aren't big box stores, you're going to find popular name brands from these places. You're going to buy them at clearance prices, and then you're going to ship them to Amazon and sell them on Amazon. So here's what's involved. If you, let's just pick on Walmart. If you want to sell on Walmart, let me grab my phone and show you. You walk into Walmart, you take out your phone, you walk down the rows of Walmart, you find the clearance bins, you take the Amazon app on your phone, you scan each item, and it'll tell you if you're going to make profit. Basically, you're looking for products that you could buy for 1/3 of the price or less that they would sell on Amazon. So if you buy a product for, if it's going to sell on Amazon for $40, you buy it at Walmart for 10, you can make a decent amount of money on that. But let's picture what we're doing here. We're walking through Walmart, scanning every item in a clearance bin. How many hours is that going to take to go through the whole store? 4, 5, 6 hours. The clearance bins are all over the place, right? And here's what's going to happen. At the end of that, you're going to find 3, 4, 5, maybe up to 10 products in that Walmart that you were in, and you were there for 5 hours. So if we break down the numbers, arbitrage is just not a method that makes a lot of money per hour, per time spent. So who do I recommend this for? I recommend this for people that are younger, maybe even kids, or someone that's unemployed, can't find a job, you can't find another way to make money, because pretty much any other way you made money in a job, you'd make a lot more money than you would doing arbitrage. So the good news, you don't need a lot of money to do arbitrage. Bad news, you're just not going to make a lot of money. And there's a couple other negatives I want to tell you about. You're going to get bad reviews, because think about it. You're buying clearance items. They were sitting in a bin at Walmart. Who knows what happened to that product before you bought it? And so when you ship it to a customer on Amazon, there's a good chance they're going to complain because something might be wrong with it in the box. Second bad thing, ungated. You got to get ungated to sell products on Amazon. And this is where it's changed in the last few years. So years ago, 7, 8, 9, 10 years ago, you could sell any product on Amazon pretty much with arbitrage. But now Amazon has cracked down on it. They don't like arbitrage. So they require you to tell them, where did you buy the product? Do you have your invoice? Do you have your receipt to get ungated, to get permission to sell products? And you can't send them a receipt from Walmart. You have to have an actual supplier to get ungated, right? Again, ungated, that's for another video. Go check out all my videos and watch all about that. But so that's a problem. You got to get ungated. So retail arbitrage, I'm going to say is a no. It's just too difficult. It worked 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years ago, but maybe not anymore. All right, next business model to sell popular name brands is drop shipping. Great concept in theory, but it doesn't work very well on Amazon. Amazon has put some things in place because, again, they don't like drop shipping. So let's talk about what it is. So drop shipping is this. You have a supplier that says to you, hey, Tim, here's what I'm going to do for you. I have products in my warehouse, Tim. I got a huge warehouse with a whole bunch of products. I'm going to let you sell the products, and then I'll ship them to the customer. After I ship them, you send them the money. Send me the money, right? So think about it. You put a product on Amazon, it sells, Amazon pays you, you get credit for it in your Amazon seller account, you get paid. You tell your supplier, hey, I got an order, ship it. So they do the shipping. You never touch a product. You never touch a product. You never spend any of your own money. That's fantastic, right? But there are some problems inherent in drop shipping that make it where you don't want to do it. So here's the negatives. When you get an order from Amazon and you have a drop shipper, you'll send that order to your drop shipper, and here's what happens many of the times. There's problems in shipping. Drop shippers just aren't that good at shipping. They ship the wrong product. They ship it delayed. So your buyer on Amazon thinks the product's going to get there in 1 business day, two business days, a short amount of time. Your drop shipper takes longer. Why? Because they're humans. They make mistakes. You're one of hundreds of people they're doing this with. You're not a big deal. They put your order to the side and they ship it 3, 4, 5 days later, and your Amazon buyer is upset. They write a bad review about you because you're the account, right? So you get bad reviews. Or worse, your dropshipper tells you they're out of stock. So the customer thought they were going to get the order. You now have to reach out to them and say, hey, I was wrong. I'm out of stock. The Amazon buyer that bought from you then cancels their order. They write a bad review. Amazon sees the cancel. They check it out. They find out you're doing drop shipping. This is just becomes a mess really fast. So this is a extremely fast way to get your Amazon account suspended or permanently shut down. All right, drop shipping. So I'm going to say, hey, if you're selling popular name brands, no, you don't want to do drop shipping on Amazon. All right, next one, automation. Now, again, this is another strategy that's been around forever. It's a basic strategy, but I've seen a lot more of it in the last 4 or 5 years. And I'm just going to say right up front, it's too risky. It basically doesn't work. So let's talk about what it is. Amazon automation is this. A company says to you, hey, send me 10 grand, 20 grand, 30 grand, 50 grand, and I'll do everything. I'll find your products. I'll open up your Amazon account with you. I'll run your account. I'll manage it. I'll do all the shipping. I'm your warehouse. I'll do everything. And then you get paid your share of the money, right? Sounds good. But there's a few problems with this, but let me cover a couple. So first of all, does that sound too good to be true? You just send someone money and you make a whole bunch of money and you don't do anything? Usually when it's too good to be true, that is correct. I'm just going to tell you right now, selling on Amazon takes effort. It takes work, right? It's worth it, but it takes work. So Amazon automation, here's what happens. When you sell on Amazon yourself, you get to keep all the profit, right? When you bring in a second company, there's you, and now you have an automation company. There's two people that need money, that need profit. And guess what? Your automation company that you hired has employees, they have a warehouse, they have forklifts, they have all this overhead. So you want to make some money, but they need to make a lot of money because they got all the overhead. The numbers just don't work. Now, if these Amazon automation companies could actually make a killing selling on Amazon, they wouldn't need you. They wouldn't be reaching out to hundreds of people saying, hey, send me 20 grand. They would just go to a bank. They'd go to a venture capitalist and say, hey, I need $1 million. And they'd get it. No problem, because it worked. If it worked, they would not need your money. They'd just go get it somewhere else, right? And they'd get great rates on that money. But they can't get that money that way because it's a risky investment for a bank or a venture capitalist. So Amazon automation, all I'm going to say is be careful, be careful. You send someone 10 grand, 20 grand, 50 grand. It just doesn't work. Now, I kind of keep my eye on these companies. I see them show up and I just make a mental note of their name. And then I look around in 3, 6 months and they're gone. They've gone out of business. I've seen it over and over again since 2001, these automation companies that are out there. Now, the last method to sell popular name brands is the one that you want to use. Wholesale. So what is wholesale? It's been around forever. You buy at a low price, you sell at a high price. Simple as that, right? So how do you do that on Amazon? You find a supplier of popular name brands. You have your supplier ship it straight to Amazon so you don't touch the product. Amazon stores the product. They do the shipping. They do the customer support. You sell your product on Amazon's platform and you get paid. So let me give you a little bit more detail. Millions of people every single day, including me, including you, go to Amazon to buy things. So what do? We go to Amazon, we type in whatever it is we're looking to buy, Nike, Keurig, Hot Wheels, whatever it is, right? We type it in, we do a search, we find the product, we look at the picture, we look at the price, we look at the shipping information. It's going to get to us in 1 or 2 business days. We click add to cart, and then we check out, we buy it. Millions of us are doing that every day on Amazon. Now, when you do wholesale correctly, when people are buying on Amazon, you are getting credit for the sale. You're the ones making the money. Now, how does that work exactly? Again, that's another video. If you go check out my videos, look for ones on FBA or buy box, how to win the buy box, how to do Amazon FBA, and it'll dive into that in more detail. I'd love to cover all of that for you, right? Check out all the videos I have. So here's what I want to share from my experience from years and years since 2001 selling on the internet. The best way to sell on Amazon, especially to get started, the best way to get started is to sell popular name brands wholesale. So here's the steps. Buy low, sell high, sell popular name brands. So you're going to buy a popular name brand at a low price from an authorized supplier that you can get permission to sell it on Amazon. Then you raise the price to a higher price, put it on Amazon's platform. So that's sell high. But the key to this is you're selling popular name brands. And when you do it right, you can win the buy box and you will get paid. Again, we cover all that in another video, right? So buy low, sell high, sell popular name brands. Now, I didn't invent this business model. It's been around for thousands of years, right? Buy low, sell high, sell popular name brands. It's the same thing that Walmart is doing, Costco is doing, Target is doing. They're selling popular name brands. Now, some of you are saying, well, they also sell their own brand. Yeah, but they didn't start that way. So that's my same recommendation for you. Start your Amazon business by selling popular name brands, wholesale. Then down the road, if you want to expand and do your own brand, do a private label, I can certainly show you how to do that as well. So wholesale, it takes out all the difficult, risky steps, right? So many of the ways that cost you time are taken out by doing wholesale. So many of the ways that cost you money are taken out. Some of the ways that risk your account being shut down are taken out by doing wholesale the way I've described it. Now, if you'd like to learn more, attend more of my training, see more of my videos, just head to the links right down below there. Check them out, click on it. I'm excited to help you grow and build your Amazon business. I'll see you soon.